Hello everyone, you are watching Learn Easy with us. We provide educational and training videos every day. To stay updated with our latest content, please click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. Please share your valuable feedback in the comments below after watching the video. Without any delay, let's get started. Ready? Let's dive into today's topic.
Complex reasoning to coding to multi-purpose responses. Let's jump in and explore how each model does in different scenarios. All right, now let's deep dive into some examples so you can see these models in action and spot the differences for yourself. I'll run the same prompt through a couple of models and you'll get a sense of how each one responds. Quick note, if you're a Plus user, you'll see a little drop down in the upper left corner where you can select between the different models. This is where you can choose if you want to go with O1 Preview, O1 Mini, or ChatGPT 4o Mini. And remember, each of these models has its own strengths, so picking the right one makes a big difference for the results you'll get. Let's start with something simple. Create an image of a dog running through the forest. So if I run this through ChatGPT 4o Mini, the model's actually going to generate an image based on the prompt. ChatGPT 4o Mini has what's called multimodal capability, which means it can handle both text and images, just like the full ChatGPT 4o model. Here's what that means. If I upload an image and ask it to describe what's in it, it'll jump right in and do exactly that. Let's try it out. I just type describe this image and boom, it gives a full breakdown of what it's seeing. Now let's try the same prompt with O1 Mini. Here's where you'll start to see the differences. Create an image of a dog running through the forest. These models are not integrated with image generation. If you give them a prompt to create an image, they'll just let you know that they can't do that. And it's not just images they can't handle. O1 Preview and O1 Mini also can't take attachments or search the web. They're designed to be heavy-duty text reasoning models, so they focus all their power on problem solving and complex analysis, not visuals. Let's put these models to the test with a real-world example. I'm running the same business strategy prompt through O1 Preview, ChatGPT 4 Mini to see how each one tackles it. Okay, so here's the prompt. I work at an established tech consulting firm specializing in digital transformation. I lead our efforts in regional expansion and strategic partnerships. We are evaluating potential locations for a new office in Asia to strengthen our presence in emerging markets. Singapore is currently the top choice, but we are also considering Tokyo and Hong Kong, where we already have some client relationships. Help me devise a comprehensive plan for this expansion. I need guidance on A, whether Singapore is the optimal choice compared to other cities in the region, and B, what our approach should be for entering the market. This should include identifying key industries and potential clients to focus on, as well as specific initiatives to position our firm as a leader in digital transformation in Asia. Additionally, please suggest other factors I should consider to make a compelling proposal for this strategic move. First, let's look at ChatGPT 4o Mini's response. It's a good, fast, solid outline. It covers the basics. It breaks down the market conditions, the competitor analysis, and regulatory environment, and even deep dives into some industry recommendations like finance, healthcare, and retail. So overall, ChatGPT 4o Mini is giving you a solid starting point. It's not bad at all. But then we switch over to O1 Preview. This is where things get interesting. O1 Preview takes a couple more seconds to respond, which makes sense when you see the extra layers of analysis it's putting together. And here's a cool feature with O1 Preview. If you want to see exactly how it's arriving at its conclusions, there's an option to expand on its reasoning power. The output is just on another level in terms of detail. O1 Preview doesn't just list factors, it digs into specifics for each city. You get a nuanced comparison between Singapore, Tokyo, and Hong Kong. It goes deep into each location's business environment, talent pool, cost considerations, and even the political climate. It's like you're getting a mini consulting report right there. All right, now let's compare the two O1 series models and see how they stack up against each other when it comes to speed. So just a quick note here, O1 Mini is optimized for coding tasks. If you're working on a coding project and you need some responses that are complex but also quick, O1 Mini is going to be your go-to. Let's take a look at a coding example. Now, if you're not a developer, don't worry. This is just to give you an idea of how these models perform with code. Let's try this example. I'll use O1 Preview first. I need to develop a new web application from start using Python with Flask for the backend and Vue.js for the front end. The application will enable users to create accounts, post updates, and search for other users by interest. Could you provide a complete project setup, including file structure, required package installations, and an initial implementation for user authentication and handling user-generated content? All right, O1 Preview is processing that. You'll notice that this model tends to take time because it's carefully reasoning through each step. It's essentially building out a mini project plan right here. So that's That's why you're seeing this little bit of a pause. There we go. O1 Preview's response is in. It's as thorough as expected, walking us through the setup for Flask and Vue, the file structure and packages we'll need, and even some starter code for user authentication. You can see how O1 Preview's strength lines up in these deep, well thought out responses. Now, let's switch over to O1 Mini and give it the exact same prompt. I'm going to paste that in, and let's see how it handles this. Right away, you'll notice O1 Mini is much faster. It's still giving us all the essentials, the file structure, the packages, and some initial code, just like O1 Preview did, but it's just moving way quicker because O1 Mini is essentially optimized for coding applications where speed is crucial. Let's compare ChatGPT 4o Mini with O1 Mini on a math problem and see how they handle it. Here's the prompt. I have 10,000 liters of water in a reservoir that is currently 150 meters above sea level. I plan to pump water to a higher reservoir located 160 meters above sea level, which requires energy costing $3 per 1,000 liters of water. What is the total energy cost if I pump all the water, and how much more would it cost if the higher reservoir were located 170 meters above sea level? Now, I know the answer here should be $30 for 160 meters and $60 if we were to pump 170 meters. So I'm looking to see how each model gets there. First, let's try O1 Mini. Right away, you'll see it breaks down the problem into steps, showing how it's calculating each part. It starts with the 160 meter reservoir, calculating that moving 10,000 liters will cost $30. Then it moves up to the 170 meter scenario. O1 Mini adds up the cost based on the additional height, confirming that the total would be $60 if we go for the full 170 meters. It's thorough and explains each calculation, which is great if you're trying to follow along with the math. Now, let's see how ChatGPT 4o Mini handles it. Right off the bat, it's faster, but there's a catch. It simplifies the answers a bit too much. It says the cost to pump the 160 meters is $30, which is correct, but then it claims that pumping 170 meters would still cost $30, which isn't right. It misses the additional cost due to extra elevation. So while ChatGPT 4o Mini gives a quick answer, it's not as precise for this type of detailed math question. We've seen now how each model has their own strengths. O1 Preview for deep, detailed reasoning, O1 Mini for fast and accurate math tasks, and GPT 4o Mini for quick, versatile responses, especially with images. Choosing the right model just comes down to matching it with your specific needs. I hope this gives you a clearer picture of when to use which model to get the best results.
Thanks for watching the video till the end. Please leave your thoughts below so we can discuss more about the topic. If you'd like to suggest a video that could help the community, feel free to message me on X or Instagram. We also share short videos on Instagram, so make sure to follow us there. Feel free to reach out. We'd love to hear from you, and might even create a video based on your suggestion.